But I watched CNN today, and they had the presidential debate, the U.S. presidential debate. And maybe some of you saw it, and if you did, well, it was amazing. It was amazing on every level. But what was especially amazing was afterward, they went to the panel of assembled Democratic operatives posing as journalists, and all of them were like shocked to discover that Joe Biden has dementia, like they couldn't believe it. What? Oh my gosh! He's non-compos menace! No way! Are you serious? And I'm thinking to myself, what year is it? 2024-ish? Middle-aged people identify with that? Okay, 2024, people are saying. It was 2019 that I heard from a friend of mine who was friends with his sister, Val, that the family was very upset because Joe has dementia and he's running for president. And I said this on TV, by the way, at the time, and was denounced as a racist or something. I mean, everything in the United States, like that's just like the all-purpose term for shut up. Racist. It's like, I think he's white. Shut up, racist. Okay. Anyway.
Chill out, Turkey.
But his sister had told a friend of mine, like an actual friend of mine, one of my neighbors, that the family was upset and that his son, sadly, had passed away. By the way, not in Iraq fighting a war for freedom, but of cancer. I don't think he's aware of that. But sad. And that the family was convinced he needed to kind of get it out of his system by running for president. But of course, no one's going to like make Joe Biden the nominee because we had Pete Buttigieg for that.
No Buttigieg.
Who's now it's a joke, but at the time they're like, people are going to love Pete Buttigieg. He's incompetent, but he's gay. Great. And then people are like, what? No. So they had to go to Joe Biden, and he actually became the nominee, and then somehow became the president. But it was obvious the whole time that he had no idea where he was, and that it was cruel, and that his grasping, horrible wife, who like poses as a doctor, was pushing this so she could go to state dinners. And everyone knew this. Like, there's not one person who didn't know this. And when you travel outside our borders, you know, people are always so nice about other people's countries. Like, they don't attack you to your face. And obviously, I'm the most American person who's ever lived, and I love my country, and I'm going to die there, and would die for it without even thinking. That's how much, and I mean that. So everyone wants to be polite to you about your country, and when, like, if I ever went to New Zealand, I wouldn't mention Jacinda Ardern or what, you know what I mean? That would be rude.
Who's that?
I wouldn't say like, oh, that retarded girl with the teeth, is she here?
Oh, wow.
You know, I wouldn't. That would be,
wow.
No, I wouldn't. Because that's not something a guest says, right? You're in someone else's, you know, you're having dinner at someone's house, and like the food is appalling. Oh, it's so good. You know what I mean? But even given the high standards of politeness offered to foreigners in foreign lands, everywhere I've traveled around the world for the past 4 years, and it's been a lot of countries, people are like, so Joe Biden, how is he? I'd be like, well, I think he has dementia. He certainly does. Like, everybody knows. Everybody knows. Because they have, I can't remember, the internet. And it has video on it, and it takes about 15 seconds to determine the leader of the most powerful country in the world, with this mass nuclear arsenal involved in 2 simultaneous wars, doesn't know what day it is. And that's really scary. But if you come to the United States and you're in the media envelope, this like fake world created by this disinformation specialists who run our media, that's never mentioned. At all. It's like everyone pretend. It would literally be like everyone pretending Jacinda Ardern is like a legitimate person, which they may have done in New Zealand. I wasn't there. You know what I mean? Where people say, "Oh, that's the prime minister." What? It's ridiculous, actually. But everyone sort of plays along like it's not happening. And the whole Emperor's New Clothes story is based on this phenomenon, which is a very human phenomenon. But for the media today to be like, "Wow, we just got the diagnosis. This is shocking. He can't run for president."
That's what's the crazy
part. Kind of, either they're really stupid, like too stupid to breathe unaided, or
unaided is crazy.
They're liars.
They liars.
They're truly dishonest.
Pause it for a second, brother. The threat to our democracy is already here.
No, it's just crazy because Joy Reid.
There's a lot of threats to our democracy. Like he said, the media is run by disinformation specialists. That is a highlight of what he said.
We really saw Joe Reid get hot and say, "This boy, man, finna put us in another goddamn war." She know what's going on, bro.
That's scary.
Whenever
they know exactly what's going on.
They all had to like stand up and really be like, okay, this is a problem. They all had to say that Joe Biden was too old because they're lies this whole time, but we're just exposed.
I don't understand why.
No one knew they could expose him that bad. Like, he fumbled his back. Like, he couldn't have done worse.
I don't understand how people like held on this long. Like with all the stuff out there, there's a guy at the barbershop who like thinks he's so smart and informed, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't believe what they saying about Joe Biden." One of the barbers, I'm not voting for him. He don't know what day it is. He said, "No, man, it's deep fakes. You ever heard of them deep fakes?" I said, "Oh man."
You talking about AI?
He talking about all the videos Joe Biden looking lost is fake. I said he is CNN's target audience. I said they are working
NBC.
well.
Oh, yeah.
They are working well.
Man, it's just hard for me to call them people stupid. They just
They're not
like,
stupid.
They know what they're
doing.
disinformed.
Yeah, they're grifters.
Yeah, those people.
That's what.
They just listen to the media. They brainwashed.
You know what Denzel Washington said? He said, if you watch the media, you're misinformed.
Yeah.
He said, so you have a duty.
Yeah, I feel like that's why it's gonna be harder to get older Democrats because they don't be on the internet like young people. We see it. We know it's not fake.
Yeah.
But they get on the View and say, "Oh, they said it was fake. It was fake."
They watch 2K and think it's real basketball.
But they do. But that's what I said, bro. Joy Reid and all them, Van Jones, they do politics all day.
They know exactly what they're doing, bro.
We get on here, maybe do it for an hour, and you telling me they didn't know Joe was gonna get up there and not fold?
They got a
They have a
pander, bro.
Bro, they have people who write a script and an agenda for them to go on there and push. And they're just agents to push the misinformation agenda, and they're supposed to influence people with their titles and
they can't say
their
whatever
fancy
they really
words.
Think about, you remember we used to have to do readers for our class, our media class.
Yeah,
They
something
getting the
like
same
that. But they know
bullshit.
because Jordan got hot mic, so they know. They just selling their soul.
Either they're really stupid, like too stupid to breathe unaided, or they're liars. They're truly dishonest. They're hiding the obvious from you. And I'm betting on the latter, but even more amazing was the response to that. So remember that our media are not just observers of reality or describers of reality, people who bring you the story first on the scene. No, they're the gatekeepers to reality. You don't know what the world looks like except through them. Like they are the pipeline through which all information flows.
Wow.
And in the United States, they're political actors. They work for a political party, in effect, if not officially. Like they all work for the Democratic Party. And the Democratic Party, and I think this is probably true here, has one mission this season, which is to save democracy, which is gravely in peril, you may have heard, by Vladimir Putin, who is ending our democracy, somehow. And don't laugh. What are you Putin lovers? Anyway, yeah, okay. That's fine, I don't care.
Not you, Tucker.
It's not
You
my
interviewed
president. You can love anyone you want, as far as I'm concerned, because I believe in, the autonomy of man. You can have your own opinions. But the point is, in my country, and probably here, the self-described mission of everyone in the media is to save democracy, and democracy, simply defined, is the idea that the people own their country. It's their country, and they hire people to represent them. But fundamentally, they are shareholders in this enterprise. They're owners. They're not serfs. They're not renting it. This isn't a rental car. It's your car. You change the oil in it because it belongs to you, right? And that's what citizenship is. And so in a democracy, you don't have to do everything the majority wants every moment, but over time, if what you're doing bears no relationship to what the majority wants, then you know for a fact it's not democracy. And you can try to convince people of things. You can say, well, you want this, but I think you should want that, and here's why. But you can't ignore them, or else it's not a democracy. It's an oligarchy. And you see yourself as the owner, and they're the tenants, the serfs, the renters, and you can just do whatever you want, and it doesn't matter what they think. So that's the most anti-democratic attitude possible, right? That attitude is the enemy of democracy. And all of a sudden today, these defenders of democracy are like, well, obviously Joe Biden's got Alzheimer's, and he's super unpopular, he can't win, therefore we need to replace him. And it's like, wait a second, he was already elected in the biggest landslide ever. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
Like he got over 1 billion votes,
Yeah, like 80 million
in our
votes.
country. He got more votes than Black Jesus.
That's something crazy.
And because he's just so unbelievably popular, people just love Joe Biden. It was a landslide, literally a landslide in 2020. And that gives him the authority to do whatever he wants, whether you like it or not, because so many of your neighbors voted for him. You don't know their names, but it happened, okay? It happened.
He's alluding to his
It's sort of like COVID deaths. You never actually met anybody who died of it, but millions did die. Everybody voted for Joe Biden except you, so shut up. So he has this mandate, this moral mandate to do literally whatever he wants, import 30 million people illegally, and you're not allowed to say anything about it, racist. And yet, at the same time, and then Democratic primary voters, just like the other day in our system, the members of the party vote for their nominee. He's elected by his own party. People actually went to the polls and cast a ballot for him.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, because he might not win against the orange man, we need to take his job away from him by force and let the donors put someone in there who can beat the orange man, because that's democracy. And that made me start to think for the first time, maybe we're defining the word democracy a little differently. Maybe you've got a different understanding of what that means. Maybe you think democracy is when we do exactly what you and 8 of your friends want. That's what you think it is. Whereas I think democracy is when you do the will of the majority over time.
They definitely have not been doing the will of the majority.
When you really say that, it's like, think about how they forcing this pride stuff and
They're
all
not
that.
exactly. They're not doing the will of the majority.
They're forcing this upon people.
They're forcing a lot upon people, and if you don't, they label you and they try to like put you in a box. You know, they try to demonize you and tear you down.
When he said the media is your portal to reality,
That's crazy.
with that one.
It's the Hunger Games, people.
It is.
So hold on, bro.
I've been telling y'all
But
better
that's
get ready, be in that gym or something.
I'm also like
with the bow and arrow.
I keep saying this, but like if they don't think this man is supposed to be a nominee, why is this man our president right now? Why there's no impeachment papers right now getting filled out? We still got 128 days. A lot of things can happen in 128 days.
People are reporting that Joe Biden is dropping out. Bill O'Reilly reported that today, and I saw that also on X.
So that means Trump finna just win.
Well, they're gonna have to replace him with somebody.
Well, they're gonna put Buttigieg.
I've seen I've seen speculation it's gonna be Michelle Obama. We've been seeing that for months. We've also
Get your ass out of
Yeah, they put Buttigieg.
They better put Gavin or Big Mike out there.
Nigga,
Big
they put
Mike
Booty.
is
Or they better put
never-
Big Mike with Hillary out there, hit him with the duo.
I ain't never heard Buttigieg
They
until
need
now,
to
but they
let
may put
RFK be the
Buttigieg up
Democratic
there.
representative.
We gonna have 2 women
That's
president at the
their
same time. I can see them. I don't know, bro. It's just
I ain't gonna lie. The
They
only
said RFK said he'll run for the Democrats.
yeah, he did say that. He said he's open to replacing Joe Biden.
He said, well,
Honestly,
I
that would
think
be
I might
that would be
actually
much
be
better for his
Democrat.
campaign because he has no shot as an
I'ma say,
independent.
boy, hey, I ain't got nothing to say.
well, they say he got brain worms, so it's gonna
He
be
did have a
hard.
brain worm. He literally had a brain eat half of his worm eat half of his brain or eat some of his brain.
That's why he
how
couldn't
did that
talk.
even happen?
I have no
He
idea.
was fishing.
Yeah, he ate like a bunch of fish or
He
something.
was fishing and then the worm got in his ear.
Yeah, something like that.
It was
Are
the
you
baby.
serious? What? That's not funny.
No, I think that's actually what happened though.
Nah, but I was just joking.
I think that's
Nah,
actually
bro,
what
y'all
happened
stop
though.
lying, bro.
But he wasn't fishing in the worm.
It's not nothing
got
to play
in his
about,
ear.
but chill, bro.
How you get worms in
I'm just
your
playing,
brain,
y'all.
bro?
Nah, but Tucker absolutely cooked on this, man. It
Nah,
might
he
be
did.
Tucker
No,
2028.
that was probably his best
Yes,
speech.
it said he had a parasite eat part of his brain.
No, that's horrible. I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm still down for
I
Trump
actually,
picking.
I actually thought you were serious. Why'd you fool me?
I don't know
I
why
really
you
thought
said
that's
that.
what happened.
I'm down for Tucker 2028. You know,
How did the worm get in his brain?
I'm down
to
for
eat
Tucker
When he was asleep.
being the VP. I don't know, bro. He's not. It's done, bro. Trump won. We got
No,
4
we know.
months left, bro. It's over. It's
I
not.
know.
Hey,
I've
hey,
been saying-
y'all, come on now. We don't know what these people have up their
This is a
sleeves.
rap. This is Alabama versus
If they screw
The,
Trump out of this,
school of
if
the
they screw
blind.
us out of this, there's nothing else left to be said. Then,
Joe Biden's done.
Jelly
bro.
beans?
No, bro.
Everybody's woken up after the debate.
Jelly-
They can't prop him up and say his brain's working, functioning is normally. They can't say that. They can't say that he's normal. They can't. We literally have saw his cognitive decline in real time.
Why there's no impeachment papers getting signed right
We're
now?
at the 4-month mark, and that's gonna make Kamala Harris the president. That might make shit worse.
That they just gonna let it ride.
Well, I'd rather her in office than hearing the
That's probably what they're gonna do. That's probably
And if
Kamala-
they put Kamala up there and she runs, she gonna get whooped.
Kamala-
She can't beat Trump on
I
her
seen
own.
people on MSNBC was saying, yeah, they want her.
But
to
look,
come
look,
out there.
She can't beat Trump on her own.
Everyone
might.
doesn't like
She
her.
can-
They
cannot
might
beat
bring
Trump.
the biggest racist card ever.
They did like a poll, and like 56% of Americans view Kamala Harris unfavorably.
No, I seen that.
Even the Democrats
She's
don't
cooked.
like her.
No,
She gonna
She's
use
cooked.
she gonna use the race card to her full advantage.
I just think they can't put Joe back out there.
They
Either
can't.
way.
They can't. They
Somebody
cannot.
coming out.
That's the only chance of winning.
Joe Biden has a cold. Yeah,
But
right. That
it's
cold
gonna
would
look
kill
weird.
him.
It's just like Tucker was saying. It's gonna look weird
How
that
you got a
Joe
cold in the
Biden
middle of the
won
summer?
the
primary.
Democratic vote, and then they just pulling them out. Like that's just insane.
That look
the people
weak.
voted on that. You
Yeah.
know? So it's just y'all just gonna throw somebody out there like in his behalf. I don't know, man.
That don't look like
This is
democracy,
very
like Tucker
questionable.
said. That ain't democracy.
But goddamn it, if Joe Biden, we know if the Democrats win, it's nothing else left for us to do behind this camera with politics, brother. We have to better shut up, do other reactions, or we gotta do something about it. Join me. I don't know, bro, because we know Joe Biden.
you talking about
it.
jelly beans?
No, I ain't
saying
talking about
all
jelly
this-
beans, bro. I'm not.
You saying all this,
jelly
you ain't
bro.
even gonna vote.
Bro, I'm a vote, but I'm
you
just
not.
saying,
No,
bro.
you not.
We're actually not gonna.
Where
be,
you register for a vote?
It's gonna be bad, bro. We're gonna be Canada, bro. We literally gonna be
Oh,
Canada.
don't say
bro.
that.
Dead ass, bro. Joe
It might
Biden
be
wins
worse
in
than Canada, bro.
Don't say that.
It might be worse
Keep
than
it
Canada.
100.
I don't see immigrants trying to flee to Canada.
Shit,
They can't get all the
you
way.
crazy.
They can't get all the way over there.
Brother, look up
long
Canada
way.
immigration right now.
Canada does have an immigration problem.
As bad as ours?
Yes.
Yes.
It's bad as
That's why they have the northern
It's
border.
bad. It's pretty bad.
As bad as ours.
It's pretty bad in Canada.
Are
Where would
you
you rather
seeing?
be at, bro? America. Exactly. Ours is worse.
Because yeah, we at least had the rods. They don't got no rods in guns, y'all. Sorry. At least we can have guns.
I mean, no. I'm just saying though.
Canada has an
who wants to take it
immigration
away?
problem.
Joe Biden. So Joe Biden wins. His brother. We're soon to be not with our gun.
Y'all seen that they said the Democrats are funding the games that are in
Well, that's
New York.
been a conspiracy problem.
They said that he actually is. Technically, it gives him all them cards and all that other
It's because Joe Biden is in the Illuminati.
Oh wow.
But like I ain't gonna lie, what Tucker was saying is right because I like just being in the barbershop, guys. Because I was filming in the barbershop, knowing that the people that invited the news channel, they're low key running the news channel. So like, if I do an event and I want these certain organizations to do it, they basically work for me because I'm giving them content, and you know what I'm saying. It's just like. Cause like news do a lot of things though, but like he's right though, like for sure, like
It's your portal to reality.
the gateway to your souls. Speak no evil, see no evil, hear no evil, man. Y'all, your soul is your eyes, your mouth, and your ears, y'all. Pay
Oh,
attention.
he preaching today, y'all.
all
Let's
right,
go.
guys.